people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to the bonus episode of Slide 3 on Among Thieves. Last time, we made our way through the Cooper Vault and defeated Dr. M. And now, it's time to show off everything that we have yet to show off. Okay, so anyways, first off, we're going to go to an Opera Fear, and we're going to continue the episode. Because out of all the episodes, this is the one that has arguably the most to talk about in terms of just post-completion. Okay, so basically, as you can see, Murray is now available to be playing as. Even though basically Murray has absolutely zero purpose in this level, basically to play as him at this point. It's cool that they have him in the safe house. And he will be wearing his Dreamtime attire. Basically, exact same controls as normal, it's just a change in costume. Though, if we head on... Actually, yeah, we'll keep Murray. So basically, let's show off the powers that we have yet to show off. We've shown off the Diablo Fire Slam prior to back in the last episode. We've already shown off the Berserker Charge. We've already seen the Temporal Lock, but I'll show it off again. So anyways, let's get our hands on a guard. Where are you, Mr. Guard? There we are. Any guard will be frozen in place. You can basically see just... Oh, crap. Yeah, Murray just throws a guard at Carmelita, and she just flinches back. Okay, so anyways. That is Temporal Lock. Okay... And Murray's Guttural Roar. Basically, it'll scare away guards. Very nice if you're facing off against Carmelita. Yeah, the fact that basically Carmelita hears Murray roaring, she just runs. Yeah, get away from Murray. Get away from Murray. Anyways, Fists of Flame operate the exact same way they did in Slide 2. Basically, engage the power, and then... bang! Instant kill. Okay, so come on. And as for the final one, the Diablo Fire Slam. Basically, the Raging Inferno flop. You slam down, you crit with your Thunder flop, and you basically unleash a wave of fire that wipes out enemies. Stop hitting Murray! Run, Murray! And then Carmelita drags Murray off. She didn't even drag him off! She's just walking by! She just wanted to kill Murray! Okay, so anyways... in terms of Sly's powers, we have... okay, we've already shown off Smoke Bomb, as well as the Combat Dodge. Feral Pounce, of course, is a classic. Though I don't know what that last slot's supposed to be. I've done some digging around it. I don't know what that is. We've shown off the Treasure Chest, the Disguises, Shadow Power, the Knockout Dive, hints and pieces of just the Jet Boots. Basically... the Jet Boots, same as the Stealth Slide, except with, well, a fiery color. And in my personal opinion, a little bit harder to control. Essentially, it lets you just roll around at the speed of sound. If you're on a slope, you just can go absolutely insane. Okay, though it does chew up a lot of your Thief power. And as for Thief Reflexes, lets you slow down time. Okay, there we are. And that's everything for Sly in terms of powers. Okay. Let's just... which one should I put? Okay, I'm kind of thinking... yeah, we'll put that. Okay, so anyways, one thing I want to show off Let's just dodge, get out here. Now we want to go over to here. Because if you go over to this area right here, where basically the stage used to be, well, you can actually jump on the rope. Even though the rope is gone, the walking trigger was not removed. So you can actually walk in midair. Sly can walk on air. That's going to be Sly's contribution to the Thievius Raccoonus. And in addition... Okay. Let's head over to the cafe. Or specifically the police station. Okay? Now, if you go to the cafe, you can't enter it. However, go to the police station, there will be a trigger. The reason for this is actually quite interesting. You see, back in the original version of this game, the beta version of this game, that was not the police station. That was a museum/cafe. Which explains the circular design of this room, as if to show that, hey, that's the dome, and this is all in all just the eating area. But then, later in development, it was changed to be the police station. But they forgot to take out the door trigger for that room. In fact, basically, if you look at beta footage of the original cafe infiltration mission, you'll see that Tony the Killer Bee was actually positioned right here. And originally, this was a pizza place. And instead of the dome that was on top of this restaurant, that was added in to make it seem less conspicuous that they made this the police station that was formerly the restaurant, and now this is the cafe. Basically, originally this was a pizza place, and there was going to be a sun window that you would use to basically look down to see if Murray was in there. This was going to be the camera training section. Very interesting. Okay, so anyways, with that said, let's head back to the safe house and show off Bentley's remaining powers. Plus, when it comes to this level, I love being in this place. It is a lot of fun. Okay, let's get in. And finally, Bentley. Despite us having the health extractor for the entire game. Okay, trigger bomb, first off. I don't think I shown this off in proper. Even though the trigger bomb, I'll be honest with you, once you get the grapple cam, the trigger bomb is basically useless. Especially considering the fact that Bentley has a stealth attack in this game that basically serves the same exact purpose. There you go. Yeah, pretty much the exact same power as your stealth attack bomb. Just kill that guy. The way he flew back. Wait, why am I leaving? Okay, so anyways, let's go into the realm of just the alarm clock, the power that Bentley that you will never really have a use for. I mean, maybe you want to keep a guy stationary so you can blast him. But even then, okay. Health extractor, exact same thing that we do within slide 2. You just turn the guards into health. Insanity strike. Hit the guard, turn him into your loyal minion. And size disabler. Actually, wait, no. We're not going to do the size disabler yet. Okay, so anyways, we'll do this one, reduction bomb. Honestly, not as good as the sleep bomb from slide 2. Basically reduces the size. makes him overall weaker. All in all, just very good range to it. Though it's a real shame that Bentley, honestly, there's never really going to be a moment in the game where you'll find yourself really fighting as Bentley, other than the lemonade bar in episode 2, because really Bentley doesn't have a lot of missions where he's out in the field. Bentley's in the field missions consist of basically are mainly starting episode 3, believe it or not, where you're taming the wolf, which you're not really messing with guards there. You're not going to really be interacting with the guards there, and even then they'll be dealing with the wolf. The control tower, and then basically just going to Sao's base of operations. And also just dealing with the guards on the roof of the Skull Keep. Seriously, just there are so few times when you're really going to find yourself just even in the field as Bentley. So powers like this just feel weird. Okay, so anyways, Rage Bomb. Rage Bomb is actually pretty handy because basically you throw it, you can choose the position and then bang. They hit an enemy, that enemy gets infected. You can start a rampage here. Okay, now the reason why I wanted to show off the size disabler for last is because there is actually a unique trick that you can do with it, and it involves Carmelita. Now, if you've ever noticed, Carmelita is nigh invincible in this game, where basically you try to fight her, she's gonna kill you. You can try, but she will dodge every attack you fire at her. She will not flinch. She will not be able to be taken down by anything. Okay, so anyways, what I want to do is basically just keep Carmelita and just follow her. Now, anyways, I want to lead her over here. Hit Carmelita. And then hit her right there. As you see, Carmelita is dead. Carmelita goes back to full size, and she is dead. She will not get back up. Carmelita is she's gone. Though I think she will blink. Yeah, see, look at that. Carmelita is blinking. But she's just dead. We killed Carmelita. We've taken her down. And if you want to really make this, and she's not going to get back up. She's just going to remain dead on the ground until you reload the area. But if you really want to make this gruesome, you can hide the body. And she sinks. She sinks into the void. Sly, Bentley, I haven't heard anything about Carmelita. Do you know anything? No, Sly. I haven't heard anything about Carmelita either. I hope she's alright. I'm just worried, Bentley. What if something happened to her? Well, look at it like this, Sly. At least now we won't have any distractions for jobs. Okay, but anyways, with that all said and done, let's exit to the game menu. And I'm going to show off something else. Flight of Fancy. This isn't anything much, but this is something that I like to do. Because this is really the highest that you can bounce without being in a mission as Murray. Basically, let's go Murray. Now, I know that there is a super bounce glitch with Murray. I've actually learned about this very recently. Where it involves a pole somewhere in town. I don't know if that's the pole. I know that there is a pole somewhere. Yeah, I think this is the pole. Yeah, this is the pole. Yeah, the same logic that caused Octavio to basically get flung halfway across Venice. Okay, come on. Yeah, where you can use this to get some massive height. Look at that! That wasn't exactly what I wanted to show off, but hey. But that definitely does work for something. Yeah, though that just goes to show you that there is in fact a height cap for Murray when he's bouncing. So anyways, you can actually get up on the blimps with Murray. You can also use the catapults to basically achieve a similar result. Though, believe it or not, Murray actually does have to deal with wind physics if he's up here regularly. Yeah, if you notice that when we were doing the heist, just Sly was completely unfazed by wind resistance. Yeah, so basically there is a fixed height with Murray. But there is another thing that I want to show off with Murray. Because it's kind of weird how they included this in the game. But it is still there by all technicalities. Which is a really interesting thing. Okay, so anyways, let's just get over here. We've already killed the wolf before, so we don't have to see that. Yeah, crush the wolf's spine with Murray. But that's the first time I ever pulled off that glitch. I just recently learned about it. But anyways. What we really came here for is that despite Murray never needing to sidle in the entirety of this game, never once is he required to sidle. In fact, Murray's never even required to sidle in Sly 1, in Sly 2, believe it or not, basically. Despite him playing an active role, there's never a moment in the game where you're required to sidle as Murray. However, despite that, if you notice, Murray still has his sidle spots. And sure enough, if you go over here, they actually kept Murray's sidle sprite. It's really cool, basically, that this one area is the only place where you can actually sidle as Murray in this game. But you can do it. Murray can still sidle like he did back in Sly 2, which is kind of funny. Okay, so with that said, let's exit to the game menu. And we're gonna actually do some training in the hazard room. That's right. Watch how we can't do it, in which case I'll just link a training video. Okay, good. We can actually do it.
Alright, I'm really gonna test your climbing skills here. You can use your cane to swing from hooks. Just jump and press the circle button again to latch on.
Okay, so anyways,
if you ever get in a jam, it's smart to climb your way out of trouble.
I hear that.
Press the circle button near that pipe to latch on and climb.
and fall into the pits. Yeah, Sly dies in here. Oh great, now I got Barry Sly.
I just love pipes. Is that okay?
Sure, they're a thief's best friend, but don't forget wall hooks.
How could I forget the lovable wall hook?
Press the circle button to attach.
Of course.
To launch off them, you'll have to pull down on the left analog stick before jumping. Try getting over this wall. That's it, I give. You've made it through all my challenges.
Hey, don't feel bad. Those wall hooks were kind of tricky.
It was all supposed to be tricky. Anyhow, you've proven you know how to get around. A word to the wise. Anywhere you sense a thieving opportunity, you know, see the blue sparkles? You can use a circle button move.
Pretty handy.
Yes, yes it is.
And frankly, that's something that you just start off with. And yeah, Sly jumping into the electricity. Yeah, the training sessions, as you can see, they don't apply to the 100%, so if you don't want to do the training, don't do the training outside of the mandatory first two.
All right, Bentley. Let me have it.
In order to maintain our lavish lifestyles, we'll always need to have a little cash on hand.
I hear ya. Most guards are nice enough to carry around a pocket full of change.
Exactly. You You can pick their pockets by sneaking up behind them and pressing the circle button.
This guy is carrying some loot.
Sorry.
If I steal it, you can fence the goods online for some cash.
That's right. Look for a glow in a guard's back pocket. Sure sign of something valuable. Try picking his pocket dry without getting noticed.
Okay, so anyways, something we've already done. Got a prize.
Okay, that's enough of that guy. It won't always be that easy. Guards are usually on the move.
As long as I don't bump into him, it shouldn't be a problem.
All right, smooth talker. Try robbing this guy.
Yeah, though, how did Bentley get all these guards? Did he just trank them and then just drag them back to this warehouse? Bentley ties into a chair. They are trying to escape. Bentley broke their minds.
Crates away! Great. Now, as any good thief knows, a job is only as successful as the getaway that's planned.
I hear that. Some guards are not too keen on fighting toe-to-toe.
You're not going to say I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Well, not now.
Thought so. Look, there's no shame in running from a fight. Keeps you alive. Hold down the R1 button to sprint.
Sounds easy.
Prove it. I'm gonna have this guard attack you, and you'll have to run away to lose him.
Whoa, hold up.
Ready, set, go.
But what is with that scream? What did Bentley do to this guard? Bentley broke his mind.
Where'd he go?
Nice escape, Sly. An unfortunate fact about running is that you make a lot of noise. Sprint by a guard, and he's sure to notice you.
Well, if I'm already running, might as well keep going.
Good point. How about you try that? Run to this waypoint within 6 seconds, and then try and escape from the guards if they hear you.
Come on.
Ready, set, go.
Yeah, bullcrap to you, Bentley. We made not a single speck of noise, and you're sending your cronies out to get us.
How about you stop setting these guards up to kill me?
Well, you could always take them out instead.
Now we're talking.
If a guard hasn't seen you, you could sneak up behind him. You paying attention? This is complicated.
Of course, we're talking about taking out guards.
Right. Sneak up behind him and hit the triangle button to knock him into the air. Then press the square button to slam him down hard.
Sneak attack. Nice. So that's the triangle button to knock him into the air, then the square button for the slam.
You got it. Now give this guy the business.
Okay, yeah, might as well just put this here.
Unfortunately, the slam makes noise.
Except you have
Do it
silent
too close
obliteration.
to another guard, and he'll be all over you.
It's easy. You take out the first guy, then hide out when the second thug comes running. Wait until his back is turned, then strike.
Try taking out both these guards without being caught.
Okay, easy as that. You cannot be detected by a guard. You're in the train all over again. That's what happens when you try to rush it.
Unfortunately, the
We
slam
are
makes
aware,
noise.
Bentley. Are you aware of what the guards can do? You get
It's
caught
easy.
the first
You take out
time,
the first
Sly.
guy, then hide out when the
You
second
were
thug comes running.
negligent,
Wait
whereas
until his
I
back is
was
turned, then
vigilant.
Strike.
Try taking out both these guards without being caught.
You tried to rush things, CzarThwomp. Wait, what? What? Whoa! That guard was completely ignoring silent obliteration. That's why I got caught, because basically,
Nice work. I pity the guards that cross
Bentley's
your
breaking
path.
the rules!
Now for the showstopper. See that boat slung up above? That poor unsuspecting guard?
You're taking too much
Yeah?
satisfaction, this Bentley.
Feel like dropping it on his head?
Oh yeah.
This button will release the boat. Make sure the guard's under its shadow before you know, knock him senseless.
Or we kill him with a
Look
boat.
for those buttons around town. The place is littered with unsafe machinery. Know what I mean?
Okay. With that, all Sly's moves have been done. Now it's time to go into photography.
As you know, we sometimes need reconnaissance photographs to
All
plan
2
for a hike.
times.
Ah, the humble recon photo. The unsung hero of many a caper.
I've outfitted your monocucom with a camera. Click down on the right analog stick to bring it up.
I tell you, Bentley, you designed this thing really well. The left analog stick aims where you want to look, and the right analog stick...
Of course, it won't always be so easy. Sometimes you'll need to get a better vantage point.
That shouldn't be too difficult.
Your targets can also be moving. Makes getting a good shot that much more difficult.
It's okay. So long as I'm quick with the zoom, I'll be fine.
Let's put it to the test. Take a picture of each of these guards without getting caught.
Yes, the last pictures these guards will ever appear in. Bentley sends the pictures to their families before they're decimated.
There you go, Bentley. Some wonderful pinups for our refrigerator.
They're lovely. High art.
Seriously?
No, but you've shown some real skill with a monocucom's camera. Nice work.
Okay, we're done with Sly. Now let's move on to Bentley.
All right, Bentley. Things can get pretty rough out in the field. You'd better be prepared.
Preparation is my middle name. My wheelchair is totally equipped.
Good to hear. As a resident demolitions expert, you'll need to be handy with the bombs.
No problem. Just have to hold down the triangle button and out comes the goods.
Okay, try dropping a bomb on that crate over there.
Okay. Boom.
That's some quality pyrotechnics, but how are your bombs versus guards?
Against sleeping guards, I'm like a Greek god. All fall before me.
Let's see what you got.
That guy is not sleeping. I think that he's just been paralyzed. Bentley didn't even put this guy to sleep. He's just in a paralyzed state. Help me! Help me!
Nice work. Now, how about someone awake?
I just put them to sleep too. My chair's been outfitted with a top-of-the-line sleep dart launcher. In fact, I even linked it to my monocucom.
Smart. So you just click the right analog stick to bring it up.
And to shoot, I press the...
Nice. Now, get over there and bomb him before he wakes up.
It's kind of creepy how he's still blinking.
All right, Bentley. You make this look easy. But how's your aim against moving guards?
With a zoom function and nerves of steel, I'm ready for anything.
That chair's pretty sweet. Got any other gizmos in there?
Oh yeah, it's my own design. The pickpocket pole, or the PPP for short.
A fishing pole with a magnet?
Ingenious, huh? By default, it's linked to the L1 button.
And you can rob someone with that thing?
I just keep the L1 button held down, sneak up behind a guy, connect with the magnet, then pull back to yank out the loot.
Sounds just like fishing. Try it on this guy right here.
Yeah, you know that when Bentley was in communication with Penelope, he wanted to talk about the PPP. Hey, Penelope, you want to hear about my PPP?
Okay, he served his purpose. I'm impressed with your pickpocketing technology, but how is it against someone in motion?
Allow me to demonstrate. I just hold down the L1 button, attach, and pull. Couldn't be easier.
Yeah, I'm not gonna risk putting him to sleep. Watch this bill be like, don't hit the guard! You failed! Don't hit the guard! Don't touch the guard! Yeah, Bentley, yeah, after asking about if she wanted to see the PPP, Penelope then blocked Bentley for a good week. It put the kibosh on the plan. I thought I was doomed to the friend zone.
That chair of yours is a wonder. You've packed so much technology into such a small space.
Okay, and last but not least, Murray.
All right, Murray, time to brush up on your power moves. The first one is throwing stuff.
Pluck it and chuck it. That's me.
To pick something up, just get close and hit the circle button. To throw, just face your target and press the square button.
Circle, square, ain't hardly fair. Looks like I've got plenty of rocks to throw with.
Try breaking all those pillars.
Can do.
Yeah, Murray even gets cheaped out when it comes to the training gauntlet. Because this is all Murray gets. He doesn't get multiple rooms.
Nice job. You can also pick up guards when they're knocked out.
Great. I knocked the small guys out with one punch.
You might have to be a little more subtle with the big flashlight guards. They're pretty tough. Sneak up behind this guy and sucker punch him while he's not looking. Then pick him up and throw him at the pillar.
Gotcha. Sneak up, sucker punch, grab, throw, destroy. Kid stuff.
Let's see what you got.
Yeah, though, funnily enough, if you actually do this training session right when episode 2 is unlocked, then you'll actually get the episode 2 guards, basically, the flashlight dingoes.
An easy way to knock out guards is to throw something at them.
Ah, the old rock to the head routine.
Yep, throw a rock at that guard to knock him out, then pick him up and throw him at that pillar.
Can do, little brother.
Oh. Let me just see something. Ah!
Well done. Okay, what's different about this next guy?
He's got a ton of cash in his back pocket. Chump. He's just asking, begging me to rob him.
That's right. You may not have the agility or technology to pick his pocket, but you can use your strength to mug him quite thoroughly.
Oh, yeah. I just knock him flat, then pick him up.
Once you've got him above your head, press the circle button to shake loose any coins he has and collect the goods. Keep at it until he's empty.
The Murray will give this high roller a shakedown he'll never forget.
Yeah, but just Bentley. What the hell is that, Murray? You froze time! Yeah, really, Bentley. We need the ball for him. Meanwhile, Murray can freeze time.
Okay, Murray. The juggle grab is one of your most powerful moves. You ready?
Born ready.
When facing off against smaller opponents, you can knock them into the air with your triangle button uppercut, and then grab them before they hit the ground by pressing the circle button.
Okay. Let me see if I've got it. Hit them with my triangle button uppercut, then yank them out of the air by pressing the circle button. That right?
You got it. For this test, you'll have to pull it off 3 times and throw the guards at that pillar over there. Don't waste your time trying to fight them. Just focus on the technique.
Bring on the pain.
Yeah, though, I have to say, this is a good training session. Because this is a good training portion, because basically, this is arguably one of Murray's best techniques. being able to instantly grab a guard and then just go to town. Because honestly, punching guards and picking them up, that's fine and dandy when you're just dealing with one guard at a time, but when you're dealing with 2 or 3, you just need that instant throwing action.
Excellent work. Another handy move is your thunder flop.
Oh yeah! Terror from above!
Just jump and press the square button to break this ground plate a few times.
Yeah, even though there's never a point in the game when you're required to use the thunder flop.
I got ahead of you, Murray. You're ready to take on the world.
Okay, training is all done.
We're done in here. Head outside and crack some skulls.
Okay, with that, all of our training is done. So now, let's go and check out some actual bonus features. Okay, anyways, as you've probably noticed when we've gone into the episode menus, there's a gallery. So let's look at them. Basically, just some beta designs for Venice, what the original design for the police station, more designs for the police station, I believe. Potentially that was at one point going to be just Octavio's main base of operations. Just another Octavio's original stage area. It would be cool just seeing this large-scale stage area. Heck, this could potentially be Octavio's boss arena. The streets of Venice, specifically in the opening cutscene. Just another shot of what was at one point the police station. Sly hiding behind a pillar. Streets of Venice. When Murray was standing on the roof, I believe. Just building the stage, just Bentley and Octavio just singing it out. It would have been funny if they would have included that as just the heist picture for the stage. Sly on a gondola going through the city. One of Octavio's original beta designs. Then you really get to see the progression of Octavio's designs, where Octavio here is looking like more like one of his guards than him. In fact, this kind of looks like the design of what you'd see from a Sly 1 enemy or a Sly 1 boss. Heck, if Octavio was a boss in Sly 1, this is probably what he would have looked like. Then you basically get Stern Octavio, where they're playing more into the more stoic performer angle. Then you get basically the beta design for Octavio. Basically, we saw this picture in the coffee house. As you can see, basically, just more of his mob elements are coming through, whereas in the previous two, it was more or less focusing on the performer aspect of him. But this one, you can kind of see they were starting to just play into the blend, where basically just part opera singer, part mobster. And then you got the final design right here, which basically just, in my personal opinion, they made a great move with Octavio's design, just going from the beta to just what we got in the final version, just really, because Octavio's design was one of the best things about him. Then we get basically the original design for the cat guards, basically, where they just looked purely performer-esque. Personally, I'm kind of glad that they swapped up the design there, because it kind of looks a little creepy. Then you have just some designs for Octavio's original guards, basically where that crane-like guard there was probably going to play the role of the pigeon guard, and that oarsman guard was going to be the cat, probably. The flashlight guard, I like to think that's Tony the Killer Bee. I mean, look at that. That is the face of a killer. Tony the Killer. and an original design for the flashlight guards. Yeah, though from the look of it, basically, it seems like they then decided to just take the overall aesthetic of this guard and then just transfer over to the tiger guards that were used in Sao's level. Though it's kind of odd how they don't show the original design of the pigeon guards, because the pigeon guards received their own massive overhaul, arguably even more so than the cats, because, like I said, originally the pigeon guards had a full-on Harlequin outfit as well, complete with bells and the like. Though in my personal opinion, the pigeon outfit would have been better if they would have just kept it to the Harlequin design. Okay, so anyways, we went through all the designs there. Okay. Let's head over to Rumble Down Under. Just a detailed look at the Guru's hut, I believe. Or at the very least, the Outback. Very nice art, I have to say. Looks like something that you'd see in an Insomniac game. A glimpse of the mines. The Outback. From the look of it, they were originally intending to make it a broad daylight level, not at sunset and at night. Though personally, it would have been interesting seeing this place in mid-afternoon. Just bay design for this area. Then we're going to have the restaurant, then we're just going to have the store. More previous designs of the level. More previous designs. Just design of a background. Or the original design for the one of the original designs for the Guru. Just the level as a whole. Now, from the look of this picture right here, this one has always interested me because from the look of it, it would seem that just this level was originally going to have a villain that wasn't the Mask of Dark Earth. Where, judging by the look of this guy, he was going to be the foreman and he was going to be running the miners' operation. In a sense, he was going to be this game's version of John Bassan. But then they decided to cut him down the line in favor of the Mask of Dark Earth. My thinking is this, is that as the developers were going through the game, they realized that basically 3 bird bosses would have probably been a bit excessive. And so given just the circumstances, they probably felt that just this guy was the best choice for the chopping block, because for one thing with Cao, you got the whole chicken pun, not to mention his badass design, and then that really plays into his boss fight where basically he has the shield. Though from what I heard, originally Cao was actually, one rumor that I heard basically going around in certain corners of the internet was that Cao was actually going to be a raccoon, basically to basically really enhance the whole, he's like a dark version of Sly, where basically, like Sly, Cao comes from a long, prestigious line, though unlike Sly, who basically is modest and just tries to basically be easygoing, Cao just uses his line to rule over others. Though my thinking is, and then you get Lafui, where basically just you're in a pirate level, you got a parrot. So naturally Lafui's gonna stay, so then this guy was gone, and then basically just what were they gonna replace him with at the last second other than, well, Mask of Dark Earth. So there we go. One of the Guru's original designs. I get weird hyper-realistic Guru. Another design for the Guru. Personally, I'm really glad that they didn't go with this design. Just because it kind of reminds me of some creepy Winnie the Pooh character. Kind of looks like some stoner Winnie the Pooh character. Like Rabbit joined a commune and got stoned to heck. Just the Dingo Guards. The Kangaroo Guard, complete with his kid. And a really interesting idea of what could have been the Flashlight Guards. Just an alligator miner where the flashlight is actually a head helmet. That would have looked so cool. Not to mention just seeing these guys roaming around. But I can see why they dropped the idea, because it would have been kind of weird having an alligator guard being fed to a giant crocodile. Just having some weird borderline cannibalism thing going on. But still, I could just imagine another world where they had more time for the game. I could definitely imagine this being just the flashlight guard, and then you get the purple dingoes then they kept the purple dingo and then the kangaroo. Though it kind of makes sense, because basically in every other Sly game, just all of the guards were different species. Basically, in Sly 2, every guard was its own species, basically. They never had repeats. So, the fact that this is the only level where you see 2 guards of the same species, it was interesting. And explains just what happened, where they originally had a different flashlight guard in mind, and they just took them out. Okay, Flight of Fancy. Just some original designs, some previous designs for Holland. Basically just some rough drafts. Just details of the windmills during the day and the night. Potentially just beta level design right there, where they were more or less just going to have it where the Baron's castle was going to be a little more cartoony. Perhaps they were going to have it where it was going to be like a medieval settlement, where just it would be a small town with the big castle as the center point. Potentially you'd need to climb on top of the castle using the propeller. Got the windmill with Sly standing in front of it for perspective. The hotel. A hangar, possibly Sly's. The inside of the hotel. Another image of the inside of the hotel. Dimitri just drinking, having a drink at the bar, smoking a cigarette. Though it's really weird seeing Dimitri smoke from one of those smoker sticks. Another hangar. Lupus gigantormus. Yeah, just from the beginning, they were like, we need it to be demonic with red eyes. Rabbit Guard. The Ram Guard. Notice how they originally had it where the Ram Guard was wearing a hat with gloves. As if to show basically, hey, this guy was a concierge at the hotel. An original design for one of Penelope's original designs. Penelope was going to be a weasel, basically, funnily enough. Which, nice little comment. Would have been funny, basically, though that does kind of make the whole crack about, basically, Sly calling the Black Baron a weasel and then him taking offense to it. That actually does, that makes sense if you just consider that originally Penelope, or the character that would become Penelope, was originally a weasel. Penelope's original design basically just being a lot more mousy. Yeah, potentially just Penelope was going to be micro-sized, and the reason why she's so skilled at RC is because, well, that's pretty much all she can fit in. That, or maybe Penelope was going to be or maybe she wasn't going to be hidden. She was just going to be like, hey, Penelope is the boss of the level. You best her, she joins. The final design that this LM for Penelope. And then the Black Baron just looking like Neo Cortex. Well, it's kind of fascinating considering that we never see the Baron actually flying his plane. Also seeing the fact that the Baron has a mouth. Okay. Next one, Cold Alliance. Sal's Palace at sunsets. Sal's Palace at night. Looks pretty nice if I do say so myself. Another picture of the palace. An original image, possibly a beta design for the palace. The stone dragon. A detailed glimpse at Sal's Palace during the intro cutscene. Interior for Sal's Palace. The exterior of the palace. Just day and night for the level. The structure that we used to basically get over to the Panda King, Sky King Valley. Oh, I almost forgot to show something else off. Oh, good thing, good thing. Good thing I remembered. Okay. Yeah, I'll show it at the end because it will require me to cut, since I'd have to basically complete the entirety of the first mission to get there anyways. So anyways. Sal's Palace. The pig guards. Basically the original design for the monkey guards. The tiger guards. Sly's photographer outfit. I don't know why, but for some reason Sly gives off some real dad energy in this picture. Wise Master Panda King. If your enemy looks at you funny, punch them! Panda King getting out his old clothes. General Sao. And the Hopping Vampire. You know, it's kind of weird how basically those are the only insects that we've ever seen in the Sly series. Dead Men Tell No Tales. Bloodbath Bay. Yeah, from the look of it, Bloodbath Bay was actually could have potentially received a different time of day, which basically would make sense considering that pretty much every other level has a time shift somewhere during the actual progress. Okay, yeah, Bloodbath Bay could have looked pretty nice at nights if I do say so myself. Bloodbath Bay. Just a glimpse of Bloodbath Bay. As you can see in this design, the Skull Keep was not present, or at the very least it wasn't in the form that we know it as. The Rusty Blade, where we encountered Black Spot Pete, Salt of the Earth. What did that say there? Arch structure surrounded by splintered birch match and benches. I don't know. The Skull Tower, the Tiki Torch. Okay, generic galleon. Basically the design of the ships. A really detailed image of Dimitri's hand when designing Dimitri's controls. It's really cool seeing these notes. Shark. The Pirate Dog. Crusher. Originally just Pirate Cove's giant squid monster. I guess Crusher just was a name that they came up with later. Personally, I think that this would have been a better design for the little guard dog over the Chihuahua that we got, because honestly, I can never, for the longest time, I didn't even know that was a Chihuahua. I thought that was a rat. I thought that was a bilge rat. Not to mention, those things just look weird with the big eyes. A little bulldog would have been just, in my perspective, would have been less uncanny. Just getting this rough dog design. I think that they did better with the final design looks better than this. So I think that was a good decision there. Black Spot Pete. The Chihuahua dogs. It's really, like I said, those things just, It's unsettling just how they look. The TNT Penelope. Just Penelope in her pirate outfit. But I can't help but wonder what the story behind that was with Lefwee. Was he like, change into the outfit now! Change into the outfit! Darn it! Penelope punches Lefwee. Son of a gun! Just throw some down on her clothes. She'll have to change sooner or later. Yeah, just original design. And Lefwee, yeah, original design for Lefwee. Lefwee was unchanging. Okay, so anyways, next on the list. Honor Among Thieves. Slyhead, like something at Stonehenge. Interestingly enough, that basically they're showing that Dr. M actually had resources coming into the island, basically showcasing Sly spying. So potentially it could have been a thing where instead of us just starting off the prologue with just breaking into Dr. M's fortress, it could have potentially been like a standard level, in that basically the safe house is outside of the fortress area, and just you're doing missions on the exterior, and then you're working your way inside. Potentially it could have been a Trojan truck sort of thing. Another design for the area. The Cooper Vault with Sly being happy in front of it. That or Dr. M be like, no! Looks more like Sly though. Security tower. Looked like a guy holding a broom. Okay, we've got basically just a glimpse of the inside of the vault with all the treasures. We got the turrets. All of these vehicles. Frankly, I can just imagine the Sly train. Or the Sly tank. Yeah, one of Sly's ancestors having a tank. Otto von Cooper. He robbed places with a tank. Slay McCooper. Just going into detail there. Yeah, with Slay McCooper even having his own Cooper logo. Ryoichi Cooper and his symbol. Otto von Cooper. Yeah, just Otto on that ladder just posing. Who's taking that picture? Otto, take my picture. Take my picture. Take my picture. Otto's own tech guy. He was like, freaking Otto, I don't want to take your pictures. Help me repair the socket. But I need to pause for this Cooper Vault photo. Just some more images. Possibly just beta design for Slay McCooper's area. Okay. Another area. Interesting how they show Dr. M's lab. Guess that was gonna be an original concept that was originally gonna be in the game, where you'd have to break into Dr. M's lab at some point. Maybe you'd fight him there. Just the Cooper Vault. And this is where we actually find out just what components are going into these guys, where they're part alligator, part snow crab, and part kangaroo. Kind of odd that Dr. M chose snow crab of all organisms. A tank vehicle. Just another car. Helicopter. Carmelita's boat. Her non-magnetic boat. And Dr. M's beast. Where originally Dr. M was going to be plugged into the back, which is interesting, you know? But I guess they decided to make Dr. M at the chest level, so that way it's easier to shoot. It would be easier to shoot during Carmelita's mission. Though, linking Dr. M into the top of the head, though, it kind of makes a little more sense, because just Dr. M's generating his thoughts into the creature. Okay. So anyways, with with that said and done, let's go. Oh, okay. By the way, there is 2-player. Basically, well, you need 2 people in order to do this. Now, basically, in these missions, they are all, for the most part, they're all versus. You have basically cops and robbers. This is arguably my favorite one in the game. Basically, it's very similar to the one mission where you had to charge the battery, where basically Sly steals loot and tries to get to the safe points, whereas Carmelita has to stop Sly. Basically, Carmelita has her own set of power-ups, where basically Sly has his Mega Jump, for instance. He also has his Smoke Bomb and the Rocket Boots. Though Carmelita also gets some fascinating ones. She gets a homing bullets, and she also gets the Contessa's Hypnosis power. I wonder what happens if you start it with just a single player. Yeah, watch it. You get the fail mission noise. The bum-bum-bum-bum.
Go, go, go!
Shield.
Yeah, so basically, no controller.
Mega jump.
Yeah, so basically, you have objectives, basically.
Uh-huh.
Sly takes the lead. Yeah, but this is a lot of fun to play with friends. Okay, there's Carmelita. Yeah, when I play this back in the day, one thing I would like to do, one thing my friends and I would do, we would basically just, instead of stealing the treasures, we'd basically just fight we'd fight each other.
Yes.
Because that, you can also win points by essentially beating up Carmelita. Exit 2-player. Okay, basically, you also have biplane duel, as well as galleon duel, where they operate the exact same way, where they're very similar, where basically just, both of these modes involve you just fighting off against your opponents. Biplane duel, you're in a plane duel. In galleon duel, it's basically pirate ships. Though, the pirate ship one is really fascinating for player 2, because, basically, while Sly has Murray, basically, just like player 1, you would in the main story. Player 2 gets Bentley and Penelope, basically. Penelope's actually driving the ship. And Hackathon, basically. This is the only collaborative multiplayer game.
We're it.
Let's hack.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how basically they have it where basically Penelope's in it, but yet in the footage, Sly's actually the main guy. You don't really get music here. Yeah, you get a little power that just gives you a full-on laser. I have never understood the goal. Yeah, if you have multiple people, you can actually... Okay, yeah, that's how many lives you have. I guess you basically just... you just keep on going sort of thing. Okay, anyways. If you go to beginning of the end, you would think, oh, there's nothing here. After you, well, complete the entire thing in 10 minutes. But, as you play through the game, you get bonus movies. And they are, with this one being the credits. So basically, you don't want to see the credits, well, don't click on this one. So anyways, with that said... Sly Cooper and the gang in. Goodbye, my sweet. To be continued. Yeah, Sly in the first game. We only ever steal from criminals. Meanwhile, Sly wants to steal a bar of chocolate that was going to a museum to be viewed by people. Yeah, imagine you're some kid, you're really excited to see this Bavarian chocolate, and all of a sudden just, sorry kids, can't have the chocolate because Sly stole it. And also the fact that this is the second time in the series when Carmelita got tricked up by Sly in a suit. You would think that she would have learned her lesson after Rajan's party. Goodbye, my sweets. Part 2. Yeah, anyways, in terms of the overall timeline, these two cutscenes take place in between Opera Fear and Rumble Down Under. Anyways, as per Sly tradition, we gotta watch the making of the game movie.
Okay, well, I guess we're here to talk about some of the earlier stuff that was produced for
one of the game designers.
And what we're looking at here is a level that was produced, but never made it into the game.
Well, it made it into the game spiritually.
Yes,
I mean, you can tell it's like a big, impressive kind of Riviera feel, high class, very Sly Cooper style.
Yeah, just figuring out the evolution of the gameplay between Sly 1 and Sly 2. This was what, 6 months we worked on this? 8 months?
Yeah, a shamefully long amount of time, and it didn't even make it into the game.
Yeah.
But it was sort of the conceptual building block for how we were going to construct Sly 2, which was a big departure from Sly 1. I mean,
Totally.
you can tell like it's all non-linear in how you move through this space.
Totally.
It's a pretty radical shift for us. I remember in this level, we were going to have Bentley steal a giant yacht and smash it through all of these docks and eventually bash it into that large building, which was a casino, so that the Cooper gang pulled off a pretty sweet heist.
Those are the smartest guards ever.
I know. Well, at least they stand at attention, you know. Sly attacks them and they're there. They're very present emotionally. I love this cop boat because it features the fine sucker punch tradition of writing poor French on things.
10 months. So we're now back at Sly 1.
Do you read me?
Yeah, Bentley, I hear you.
I've just identified a potential problem. See that filthy game?
I love, you know, we kept the same Bentley from the very first just kind of voice experiment.
Okay.
But that's
Here's
Sly.
a chance for me to bust out my new climb move.
Climb move. Oh, man. If you ever wanted to
Like that
punch a
ladder over
character
there?
in the face more,
That would be it.
Yeah,
Bentley's a pretty interesting guy, the voice of Bentley. He's a friend of the fellow in the office. He worked in a record store down the street from me.
Yeah. Jump and hit the circle to
Be nice to go in and get a recommendation on an album.
And he ended up being the voice of Bentley.
Yeah. Well, it'll give you record recommendations in the Bentley voice.
I think you want the one. 2 shelves down.
Yeah, how many times? Oh, look at the dancing cash. Yeah. Nothing says video game good times like
Dancing cat.
dancing inanimate. Well, I guess it is animate if it's dancing. But,
Oh man, even this music I remember. I can't listen to this CD anymore.
so this is the same level we were just looking at, just in a obviously much more primitive form.
Look at the animations.
Oh yeah. Sly looks like he's got a problem.
Yeah.
What's his deal? If you saw somebody in real life or anything like that, what would you assume would happen to them? I'm thinking burn victim. Back injury?
Fused spine?
Fused spine? Oh, yeah.
18 months. We didn't have the cell borders on Sly.
No. Sly's cane could transform into many unique devices, including this fabulous number, which would allow you to see an invisible maze.
So amazing. We were so abandoned in terms to put this in the game. This level went through the entire development run. Everybody in the office touched it. At least once.
Yeah. It's funny that parts of this level actually did ship in Sly 1.
Totally.
Sly versus the huge pistons. Why is Sly always evading large machine parts? If I ever get rich, I'm gonna hide all my money around huge moving parts.
With open fire pits.
Yeah, lots of fire right near my folding paper cache. Oh, check out that dynamic move. Actually, it's interesting. This is a really, really old movie, but Sly's still doing those cane swings off books.
Yeah.
Was that where you came up with the idea for the cane in the first place?
No, it was more of a question mark.
Because he's a raccoon of mystery?
Mystery.
Which is clearly evident in this video. Who is that masked character swinging on the
Well, one
floaty?
thing that I kind of wish that we didn't get rid of was the original idea was that Sly's eyes, you should always be able to see them, even in the dark. So, like,
checkpoint with the Sly logo on it, we had a lot of arguments internally about whether or not there would be Sly iconography in the world that belonged to the boss.
Yeah, totally.
It would feel more like stealing if you didn't run across stuff that belonged to you.
Yeah. These made it in.
I like that most of our conversations internally are about what would make it feel more like thieving or being a thief. At this point, I think we're pretty aware of what it takes to be a thief, and if we lose our jobs,
we got another line of work.
Yeah, we've got it. Our second career is all lined up.
Oh, the freeze
Oh
fish.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Like it made sense that you wanted Sly to be able to freeze things that clearly recognizable.
Yeah, well, we gotta know, right?
Yeah.
Like, players will not know that they can freeze water, so they should
something like
need
a
something
fish.
iconic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to freeze a fish? Oh, the crab takes it again. And this is.
I like that we made the NPC orange, so that you can't tell from where he is on the floor.
All right. So orange NPC on an orange platform. That's part of his cunning camouflage ploy.
Totally.
If anyone asked, it was completely to make the NPC look extra smart. Money popping up out of holes.
So interesting seeing the character without his cell phone.
I really like that old thing where the money would fly like butterflies into your pack.
Yeah.
It's pretty, sort of surreal.
Yeah.
But it's
rewarding.
Yeah. Didn't we have problems using green money because it wouldn't localize into different countries?
And
Which really illustrates a problem globally that we have different colored money. The video game industry would really benefit from one colored. Oh, the underwater approach.
Yeah.
You'll notice that's the same fish that was the freeze fish. He's kept reusing it. Oh yeah, you can change the wings of the underwater vehicle to go through different openings in the cave.
Actually, if I remember correctly, Raleigh's level was supposed to entirely be underwater.
Yeah. That was gonna be our first level of the game, underwater, because it was gonna be easier to do it that way.
Oh man.
Oh. Very intense.
This is amazing.
This old Sly. It's good.
Was this PC? Was this on PC?
I don't know. Frankly, I've blocked this Sly out of my memory. As far as I'm concerned, the Sly we know today kind of sprang up fully formed. He's got boxing gloves on and big clown shoes.
Clown feet.
Oh, but check it out. He's a dynamo in action. Wow, what's that up ahead? Stairs. Oh yeah. Video games are all about fantasy fulfillment, and here we're fulfilling the fantasy of ascending a blue staircase. But watch out, kids! There's lava up ahead. I never really noticed, but Sly's in a lot of caves in these demos.
All those stretch textures and careful Sly.
Yeah.
Careful Sly.
Don't trust ambiguously shaped objects. Dev, I don't know if you know it, but orange means lava.
Lava. Totally.
Lava is bad for video game characters.
In a video game? Lava.
It is. At least in most video games, that's the case. However, in our game, we decided that it didn't hurt Sly at all.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, so he could run in lava.
Yeah.
Whereas the modern Sly, he can't swim.
Totally. But he can run in lava. It's the clown shoes.
Completely. He used to be a lot tougher.
Yeah.
Is what this video tells me. Yeah, it's an impressionistic painting. It's a Dutch masterpiece. I kind of miss the Sucker Punch era of rolling lava rocks. like that was a real staple for us.
Yeah. Not too thiefy though.
Not too thiefy, no. Oh, the big guy, the original, the progenitor. Check out that mean
I
run.
have nothing to say about that. That was brutal.
You did the mocap for that run, didn't you? Oh, here he is in his most modern form. Whereas I did the mocap for this sequence.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That looks better than the original slide model we just looked at. I kind of missed the purse though.
Really?
No, not really. Hey, it's still doing the hook swing. Same as way back when. Still got the giant machine parts.
Yes, yeah. In caves.
Yeah, in caves. There's a lot more catapults in the new game though than in past games.
Well, it's because those environments were so big.
That's true. Environments have gotten big. Just like Monaco, really. Like that was a big departure, and it really is what we're doing these days. Like this street here is just like that one in Monaco.
Yep.
Just with significantly more gunplay. That's interesting to look at the computer monitor section of that gameplay. Just how much more abstract everything's gotten from those original kind of very linear level design. I mean, we clearly wouldn't have even thought about multiplayer. Venice is the same kind of romantic getaway Monaco was.
Monaco, yeah.
Of course, multiplayer, it's not so romantic.
No. Well, that's that. That was really painful.
And finally, we get the most glorious 100% reward that you could possibly ever get. Seriously, this unlocks as soon as you get 100%. You complete all the Master Thief missions, you do all the treasure hunts, you beat the game. As you could probably guess, it's gonna be glorious. So open up your ears and soak up the greasy sweet enigma that is Dimitri.
Show your bling and let me shine you. We smooth. Look, see the money. You like the money, the money, the money.
Dimitri on the mic with a shout out to all my nightclub samurai.
Smooth. Keep it smooth, baby. Walk tall. Stand tall. Feel funky. Juice. Who's got the juice? Smooth. Dig the kinetic. Kinetic aesthetic. Yeah. Got to keep it smooth. Greasy sweet. Got to keep it smooth. Feel funky. Got to keep it smooth. Greasy sweet. Freak out. Let's dance. Got to keep it smooth. Greasy sweet. Let's dance. Got to keep it funky. Greasy sweet. Let's dance. Got to keep it smooth. Greasy sweet.
You picking up on what I'm throwing down? Pizza!
All I can say is, whoever came up with that idea for 100% reward, deserves 1,000 applauses. Seriously, the fact that there was someone or a group of people that basically that woke up one day and thought, make a full-on music video based on the Greasy Sweet remix from Sly 2 when you smack the turntables in Dimitri's nightclub, and just combine with visuals from Sly 2 and 3. Just that one part where basically just Dimitri edits all of the pictures in that postcard to just be his head. Reminds me of that one episode of Camp Laszlo where Samson went mad on the camp yearbook, editing everyone out. But anyways, on that note, I think that now would be a good time to end things off. I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the first episode of my new Let's Play, which will be uploaded on the date list in the description. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want, and with that, I'll see you next time. Though before we end things off, just let's see what happens if you actually use the guard costume from if you use the guard disguise from a Cold Alliance on Panda King in the first mission for that one.
Stop there. What's the midnight password?
As I expected. Here you go.
Night, day, moon, moon.
Sorry, just being careful.
Yeah, the fact that the what's going on in the Panda King's mind? The fact that basically he is able to be pacified by Sly in a photographer suit. What, does Sly give off dad energy in this costume, which synergizes with the paternal instincts of Panda King, which in turn makes him see Sly as a friendly figure in this state? Sly can just roam around the mind. Yeah, Sly is completely safe from the Panda King in this state.